the new Texas chair of our Republican legacy, and joins us now. Merill, thanks for jumping on the show. We appreciate your time. Merill, you with us?
Yes.
There you are. How you doing? Thanks for jumping on.
Thank you for having me.
So, hey, let's talk about this first of all, before we get into some current politics. You are the new Texas chair of our Republican legacy. For those that aren't familiar, tell us a little bit about the group and what you're going to do as the new chair.
Well, former Senator John Danforth of Missouri started this about a year and a half ago, and I think he wanted to highlight the principles that Republicans had long stood for: unity, the Constitution, fiscal responsibility, free enterprise, peace through strength, and just sort of get people focused on those key issues. We've kind of drifted from some of those lately, and I think he'd like to get people focusing on those again.
Well, and that's what I wanted to bring you on for, is because your background certainly allows for this, getting people back on track as far as what government is and what politics are, because at times it seems like right now it can be a lot of social media back and forth, and that's not really what politics are and what government is. Is that kind of the basis here?
It is, and then of course the issue is we have, as a country, we've always been based on principles. I mean, the Constitution has principles. Democrats and Republicans both come forward with principles, and we've sort of abandoned those. I think both on the Democrat and to some extent the Republican side as well. And my goodness, at a time when we're looking at $38 trillion in federal debt, when we are abandoning some of the free enterprise system in which the government is increasingly getting involved in business. That was true under Joe Biden. It's also true under Donald Trump. And I think we'd like to see those pulled back a little bit and talk again about what we believe in and how we get to those principles.
Now, as far as how the rest of the world perceives what's happening in America right now, I'm looking up on the TV screen and I'm seeing President Trump speaking about Greenland at the World Economic Forum. The tension that's been created over the last few weeks, and even you could say over the last year, with President Trump making moves that some world leaders don't like, how is that impacting things, and how do you think that will impact things politically over the next 3 years?
I think this is a real problem for President Trump. He was elected in large part to address issues on the border and inflation. The border's been taken care of very well. Inflation is still with us. It's not terrible, but it's still with us. But the perception out there, Clayton, among people is that prices are high and that the president is increasingly focusing on foreign countries and issues in foreign countries rather than issues here. And that's a problem for him, especially since his base, both the MAGA Republicans and the America First Republicans, really thought they were getting a president who was pulling away from foreign issues and going to focus on U.S. issues.
Yeah. Texas State Chair of our Republican legacy is with us, Merill Matthews. We just have about 30 seconds left here. So with that, how do you think that President Trump will be able to move forward with domestic issues opposed to global, or does he have any interest in that? And what is the fascination with these global issues? Because the first time around, his first term was very much dedicated, it seemed like, to domestic disputes, obviously, within, Congress and things like that, but a lot of stuff here in the U.S. Now it's all about the global stuff.
It is, and I think this is going to reflect negatively on President Trump in the coming midterms elections in November, because the general expectation right now is Democrats would do very well in the House of Representatives. If they take control, a lot of things are going to change immediately, including possible impeachments and other things. So I think President Trump needs to refocus on what is important to the public, and he hasn't done that yet.
Yeah. Interesting. Merill Matthews, columnist for The Hill, new Texas chair of our Republican legacy. We appreciate the insight.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for jumping on. That as President Trump continues to speak right now at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. We'll have more audio on that coming up in just about 6.5 minutes. Let's stay with politics.